Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a few seconds and talk about something I feel very passionate about, and that is Brian Ferguson's Bumps and Thumps podcast, here available on YouTube and any other outlet where you can get your podcasts from. Brian Ferguson interviews several former AWA stars, Greg Gagne, Derek Dukes, and many, many others. Take a trip back in time to the AWA's glory days with Brian Ferguson on Bumps and Thumps. Are you looking to advertise your small business? Well, look no further. The PowerCast Network gets over 4,000 hits per day, and we can meet your advertising needs. Our packages start out at just $1 per day, and you will get access to our 4,000 viewer strong market per day. Call today, 815-290-9087, or send an email to info@braddrake.net. Welcome everybody to This Day in Wrestling History. This episode is brought to you by the PowerCast Network. That's patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Today we are covering October 20th, 1985, and we actually have a lot of information here for this episode. So first, we are going to travel to the Mid-Atlantic territory, and we're going to cover Jim Crockett Promotions. JCP held TV tapings that day in Greenwood, South Carolina. On the card, the Rock and Roll Express defeated the Midnight Express. The Rock and Roll Express wrestled again and defeated the Golden Terror and Mac Jeffers. Mac Jeffers, of course, would later on be a part of the Mod Squad with his brother Jim Jeffers. They, of course, became known as Spike and Basher. Crusher Khrushchev, also known as Barry Darsow and the future Demolition Axe, would defeat Ricky Reeves. Superstar Billy Graham would defeat Tommy Lane, a future Rock and Roll RPM. Next, we had a six-man tag match, not a trios match, but a six-man tag match, in which Pez Whatley, Denny Brown, and Brady Boone defeated future Rock and Roll RPM Mike Davis, Gene Legion, and Tony Zane. Don Kernodle defeated Gerald Finley, and Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff defeated a very young Pat Tanaka and Stony Burke. So that was the card for Jim Crockett Promotions on October 20th, 1985, out of Greenwood, South Carolina. Next, we're going to cover the American Wrestling Association. They held a show that evening at the Brown County Veterans Memorial Arena, located outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Leon White went to a time-limit draw with Rob Rechsteiner. Rob Rechsteiner, of course, is Rick Steiner. I had no idea that Rick Steiner had wrestled for the AWA before, but it makes total sense. Rock and Roll Buck Zumhoff defeated Buddy Roberts. I take that back. They went to a time limit draw. Boris Zhukov, the future Bolshevik, defeated Baron von Raschke by countout. Stan Hansen defeated Jerry Arotsky. Jerry Blackwell defeated Sheik Adnan LKC by disqualification. Kurt Hennig and Scott Hall defeated the team of Larry Zbyszko and Nick Bockwinkel. That's a hell of a match right there. And there was also an 18-man battle royal in which Stan Hansen won. He defeated Baron von Raschke, Boris Zhukov, Buck Zumhoff, Buddy Roberts, Kurt Hennig, Greg Boyd, Jerry America, Jerry Arotsky, Kevin Kelly, Larry Zbyszko, Leon White, Michael Hayes, Nick Bockwinkel, Rob Rechsteiner, Scott Hall, Sheik Adnan LKC, and Steve Regal. Leave it up to the AWA to have a good battle royal. They loved their battle royals. Next, we're going to move on to the World Wrestling Federation, who ran 2 shows that night. Of course, as we know, that they usually ran 3 shows a night. They had an A card, a B card, and a C card. So who knows what card is which, but they ran the Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut. Iron Mike Sharp defeated S.D. Jones. Corporal Kirchner defeated Terry Gibbs. King Tonga defeated Moondog Spot. Tito Santana defended the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship against the Spoiler. Magnificent Morocco defeated Ricky Steamboat by disqualification. Randy Savage beat Scott McGee. The Hart Foundation defeated the Killer Bees. Man, they had to have been a heck of a match. They went 19 minutes there, too. Oh, those teams had terrific matches. And in the main event, WWF Heavyweight Champion of the World Hulk Hogan defended his title against Jesse the Body Ventura. Now, Jesse was retired at this point, so maybe he was filling in for somebody, or maybe they just booked it this way. The second show was at the Oakland Coliseum in Oakland, California, and Adrian Adonis defeated Steve Gatorwolf, the man that never was. Les Thornton defeated Jose Luis Rivera. Bob Orton, and it doesn't say which one, so I'm assuming since it's 1985, this is Bob Orton Jr. He defeated Lanny Poffo. The Dream Team, Brutus Beefcake and Greg Valentine, defended the WWF World Tag Team title against Mike Rotundo and Mr. Wrestling 2. The Hillbillies, who were Hillbilly Jim and Uncle Elmer, defeated Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, and Andre the Giant defeated King Kong Bundy by countout. Now, UWF / Mid-South Wrestling did not run that night, and either did Championship Wrestling from Florida. So that's going to do it here for us here, everybody, for October 20th, 1985. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.